What's going on, guys? We got a very action-packed week. Welcome back to Mars Day with Mark number 91. This is Tuesday to Tuesday. We're covering the astrology of the week from March 4th to March 11th. So let's get down to business and not waste any more time. If you guys enjoy these videos, do leave a like and a comment. Let me know what kind of transits you're experiencing, how these planets are hitting your chart. I would love to know down below. So today on the 4th, we've got the sun in Pisces at 14 degrees. We've got the moon waxing through Taurus at about 23. We've got Mercury at 2 degrees of Aries, and it's actually in the pre-shadow phase. We're going to have a retrograde starting pretty soon. Venus retrograde started just a few days ago. Venus is at 10 Aries. You've got Mars direct at about 17 Cancer. Jupiter is in Gemini at about 12. And this is a really interesting week, guys, because things are finally taking up motion and picking up speed. So you've got Saturn at 21 Pisces, Neptune at 29 Pisces. What else? Did I say Uranus at 23 Taurus? It's kind of funny. The moon is right on top of Uranus as I'm filming this. So very spicy energy. We've got Pluto at 2 Aquarius and that North Node at 28 Pisces. So that's beautiful. I'm going to show you guys 1 week from now. And then I'm going to give you the major highlights. So we're like halfway done with Pisces season. Next Tuesday, it'll be at about 21, the sun at 21 Pisces. The moon will still be waxing. It's going to be in Leo, but it's going to be very close to Virgo, which is our next full moon, which depending on, your geography is going to hit around the 13th or the 14th. Okay. We've got Mercury at about 8 Aries at the end of the week, still direct, but you see kind of slowing down. You've got Venus moving back to 2 degrees. I'm sorry, moving back 2 degrees to 8 degrees of Aries. You've got Mars moving forward 1 degree to 18. Jupiter's moving to 13. Saturn's moving to 22. And like I said a minute ago, guys, for a good part of 2025, a lot of these planets have kind of been somewhat still based on the retrogrades last year. So that's pretty cool that we're getting some motion. I had to mute my mic. I just sneezed. Pardon me. So, Uranus is basically sitting in the same spot. Saturn moves up to 22. Neptune is at 29. Pluto goes to 3. North and South node move back a degree. So, cool stuff. Let me just break it down and give you the highlights. So, it's a Mercury Aries week, guys. The focus has shifted and we are still in Pisces. This is about living the dream. Let me show you my face because I know that's a lot of shapes and jargon and numbers and symbols and stuff. But Pisces Sun Week, guys. Keep in mind where we are right now. We're between that last new moon in Pisces and the next full moon in Virgo. So it's about creating your dreams. Pisces stellium, your imagination is such a powerful tool. So, twin, I need you to lock in and pay attention to your dream life because you can create it. Almost everything you're using at this point in your life was once a product of the imagination before it became physical. So just don't discredit the power of the imagination. It's very real. You could imagine your dreams, or you can imagine a nightmare, or you can just, imagine menial tasks and, use that power for good is all I'm trying to say. So in context of the goals you set on the new moon, the question becomes, by this full moon, are you putting yourself in the habit and taking the practical steps to attain them? That's Virgo energy. Pisces is very mystical. It's very out there. It's dreamlike. It's transcendent and beautiful, mesmerizing, sometimes a little bit wishy-washy. So that's where the Virgo is going to kick in, where we can actually get down to business and make it happen in the physical world, okay? Hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. That's what I need everybody to internalize through this discussion. So that's the sun and the moon. Actually, speaking of the sun, we have the sun trine Mars this week, and that's really cool. And the sun is going to apply to Saturn, as you might be able to see from the degree breakdown. So the sun right now is at 14 Pisces, Mars is at 17 Cancer. So over the course of this week, we are going to get that trine. And the gift there is just getting things done and being more direct and asserting yourself on your goals and tasks. You may kind of feel more powerful this week. I sure hope so, as a result of these energies we're experiencing. But just understand, and this is going to be a conversation for next week, is that, a week from now, the sun is going to be about 1 degree away from Saturn. Next Tuesday, sun is at 21, Saturn is at 22. So Saturn is boss energy. Saturn, and by the way, Mars is trying Saturn as well. So it's about getting down to business. There may be some revisions to talk about when it comes to the ego structure. We are in the middle of Pisces season, like I said, but when you think about Sun crossing Saturn, that's kind of like Capricorn energy, where in addition to what I said about the Virgo full moon, this week is telling you to really get into your goat energy and climb your mountain, go for the next level up, and be serious about your life. Develop a strategy and get it done. Any Anything else is commentary. There's about two different things I really want to show you besides the sun energy and the moon, is that, we have Mercury and Aries, and this does kind of change the game a little bit because Mercury is our perception in our mind. So Pisces is not the most easy place for Mercury to be because it's very mystical and out there. So Aries is a new beginning, and it's going to make the thoughts more direct. Communication is going to be more assertive. Delivery is something you're going to want to think about. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. But at the same time, you should say it with your chest. You should say it with confidence. Say it like you mean it and talk your shit, fam. One thing about Mercury, another thing, is that this planet does indicate travel, how we get around the environment, not just how we interact with it and communicate with it, how we get around it, okay? So it's worth the reminder to drive defensively and pay attention when you're walking. Focus so you're not running in and bumping into shit, okay? And Venus is in retrograde. So besides Mercury, the thing about Venus retrograde is these last about 40 days, okay? And this is a really special Venus retrograde because it starts in Aries. It's going to go into Pisces and then it'll go direct, and we'll get more time in both of those signs. So the question from Venus retrograde is, how are you demonstrating self-love, Aries Venus? And it's worth noting that, all the Venus archetypes are going to go under revision during this time, like value adjustments. You might be doing a lot of financial planning and revision. Relationships may need to be adjusted a little bit. A lot of people break up during Venus retrogrades. I'm not saying that's going to happen for everybody, but it happens, man. Sometimes the love doesn't feel so real when the Venus goes into retrograde. So it's about indulgence with restraint. It's about taking care of yourself and showing love to others that matter in your life. And sometimes this same archetype, with Venus retrograde, will give you people from your past resurfacing within your life. So that's something else to look out for. What I'm really excited for, guys, is the fact that like Jupiter, well, Mars, Jupiter, and all those other planets, they're kind of picking up speed. So I know this seems like a kind of short, and it's very Aries Mercury breakdown, like kind of short, but I just want to show you guys March is a really cool month for a couple of reasons. Like a lot is going down. So make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel because we're actually going to cover this every single week. And, pay attention to the outer planets. We have, every week now, these planets, I should say like most of the middle planets, they're kind of like moving forward a degree at a time. So, Mars, based on it having a long retrograde last year, it's going to fly through Cancer pretty soon. And same thing with Jupiter and Gemini. Jupiter is going to get out of Gemini pretty soon because it's about to pick up speed. Saturn does have another retrograde, so it'll kind of dance between, Aries and Pisces this year. And same thing with Neptune, but at the very end of this week, or I should say month, pardon me, at the end of this month, Neptune is going to go into Aries. And that's a huge cultural shift, everybody. And Neptune is going to take about 13 years to move through a sign. So it's easy to take these energies for granted. Like Neptune Pisces has been a thing for about 13 years. You can start to think that's just how things really are in life, but really it characterizes a chapter of your life. Like that's a long time if you really think about it. So Aries, Neptune, time will tell. Clearly, this is going to create huge cultural shifts in our, global ecosystem. But when it comes to you, it's more wise that you look at the house you have Aries in and recognize that there's going to be a Neptunian glow. There's going to be a longing for that part of your life, and you'll be devoted to it. You may not see things as clearly on some regard, but you know, there's going to be a passion for you to embrace. And what I'm hoping to see from this energy going through my eighth house of Aries is that it lights the fire in our soul. It lights the fire in our dreams. So, in summary, this is a powerful week. Use that Pisces vision, get down to business, use the Sun trine Mars, Mars trine Saturn, make shit happen, make your dreams become a reality. Don't let them just be dreams. Take definitive action and get ready for this full moon. Take those goals you wrote on the new moon, start taking those actionable steps, and then next week we'll talk about that full moon in Virgo and what we could look at releasing. And I'll make another breakdown for that transit as well, going sign by sign, house by house, like I do. So if you guys didn't yet see the video for the new moon in Pisces, it's not too late. I'll link it down below. We actually have a very detailed breakdown with me and my friends where they talk about, we all covered the zodiac and then, gave a very detailed and comprehensive look at how all the planets are hitting the charts specifically for your rising signs. So do take advantage of that and check it out if you haven't yet. As far as other announcements, life is good. I do have an offer for some of you. Really, it's for one of you, pardon me. So this is a really good week. I'm starting private mentorship on the 8th. And as of now, I actually do have one spot available. So if you feel called to work with me over the course of the next year, I have a program for you. And all you need to do is hit the link in the bio, grab that spot. If it doesn't say sold out on the mentorship, the spot is available. I appreciate all the love and support, everybody who's taken me up on it already, because we're about to get down to business. So, hey, it's Mr. Meyer with the fire here to take the collective vibration higher. Our sole intention, Fire Family, is to reconcile all paradox with love and truth. I love you. Take care of yourself, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.